Hi there, this is Olaf. I'm 50 this year. I'm an age grouper. I'm in elite age group Ironman, and my objective was to get back on the podium at one of the World Championships in 2022, which I achieved in St. George by winning my age group. And now we are 16 weeks away from Kona, the second World Championship, which is an even bigger challenge. So this is episode 25 of my journey to the Ironman World Championships in Kona and St. George. All right, so in terms of update, I'm in Paris, or in the suburbs of Paris, in Saint-Cloud, to be precise. So this is recovery week. I had a great 3-week block with training up to 26 and a half weeks, and so this week has really been quite easy. Volume has come down quite significantly. I traveled overnight flight, leaving on Sunday, arriving here on Monday morning. You know, always when you travel east, it's a little bit of a pain with the time difference, because typically you can't really sleep in the evening, but you still need to get up early in order to get used to the time difference. And so but then you're obviously quite tired because you didn't get that much sleep, so struggled a little bit with that. First day, as usual, I had a great sleep because anyway I was super tired, but then the second, it was much less fun. So training was just a little bit of running. I had one 30-minute one, one 45-minute one. Tomorrow I have a 1 hour 15 run on Saturday. And swimming has been decent. Did a 4K set today with sort of 12 times 100 meters on where I left the first three on 145, then 140, 135 and 130. So I came in all of them basically under 130, and that really felt quite comfortable despite having some people in my lane that I need to overtake, etc. So swimming is actually pretty good. Running, on the easy runs is difficult to see how you actually feel, and I haven't done that much, so it's fine. And the bike, there's a horse race, race course close by, and there's a cycling lane, cycling road which goes around. So it's quite nice because there's no traffic light. There are usually some riders, and that was really quite fun. So I usually go there when I want to ride here, because otherwise it's quite difficult. It takes some time just to get outside of the Paris region before you find some roads where you can sort of ride. It's not flat either. Basically, a part is flat and there's a little hill up and down. So in the 3 hours I did, for example, I had 700 meters of ascent during the ride. So that's not nothing, even if it's sort of over. It was over 112 kilometers or something like that. I did once 2 hours, and there was really a huge group, so which were really pushing hard. So it was a bit. It was fun, but it was not that easy. And then I did the 3 hours today, which were relatively easy, but still sort of 222 watts. So for 3 hours, that's not that easy in the end. But it was a decent heart rate, and so was quite happy with that. And then so here's basically where I grew up, in Saint-Cloud, well, I arrived here when I was 6, and until I left for work in London, and tomorrow we will take the car to go to Germany, where on Monday I will have my bike fit plus the diagnostics. So that's all quite exciting. So still a bit of travel to do. Probably 6 hours or 5.5 hours, depending how much I respect the time limits here in France. And then so first we're going to Frankfurt. I drop off my dad, and then on Sunday it's another 2 hours to go to Cologne, where we'll sleep to then have the test, etc., and the bike fit on Monday. So I'll report on that next time. I was able to, because I had some of the screws of my bike which were stuck. The humidity in Martinique is such that a little bit like Hong Kong, where after a while, if you don't sort of loosen the screws, they get stuck, and you just can't get them out anymore. So basically, I had to order some new parts, which Canyon sent. I needed new extensions and the parts that were sort of around, so that I could change that bit. And then when I arrived here, I noticed that they hadn't actually sent the screws, but obviously the other screws are stuck, so I cannot reuse them. But they sent me everything. Thank God, in this time and age in this world in Europe, it took 2 days to arrive. So I had all these parts, and then I spent 2.5 hours today to actually changing, because then I needed some grip as well that I needed to order. And so especially since the shifters, the electronic shifters, are at the end of the extension, so that is actually not that simple to change on your own. But I'm very proud I managed it. So the bike is back together. It was a bit of a pain and a bit long, and that is fine. So ready to go for tomorrow. It's super hot in Europe at the moment, so tomorrow is going to be like 37 degrees here in Paris, and so tomorrow night actually I'll be in a hotel without aircon. I noticed that it's just close by and convenient, but I noticed that I took something without aircon. A bit annoying, so it's probably going to be a shitty night. Here in St. Cloud, I bought sort of a mobile aircon, so at least for the month I'm here, I'm able to sleep pretty well. And so that's pretty much it. Everything is still green. Nothing much to report. I went to a physio here as well, which I organized, that I can continue my routine to going to a physio once a week. I saw a couple of friends, but in terms of sports, no injury, nothing really hurts. My back's a little bit sore, sure. My neck a little bit, maybe from the travel, I don't know. But so I'm basically using the roller to try to loosen that a bit, but nothing really worrisome at the moment. Running is fine, so that's all good. I haven't fallen off the bike, and still struggle a bit with doing the easy stuff easy, but I did, especially the running, I did easy enough. So just a little bit push on the swim and the bike. That is fine. A little over 1 week to go for Ironman Frankfurt, where I'm gonna do the swim and the bike only. Really gonna just do that as a training session with closed roads, but so should be fun. Let's see. With sort of minimal really preparation with that, how that's gonna go. Let's see what the training will be. Still sorting that out for next week. Whether we are going, still having to decide whether we're gonna go in rested sort of, or just out of the training. But anyway, they do the one block, so it should be relatively easy next week as well. And then we have that training race before we go into another block when I'm back here in St. Cloud, and then afterwards back to Martinique. So that's basically it for today. No special subject, just giving a bit of an update on the travel. I took my compression boots also, which helped me to recover. But yeah, definitely traveling east is a bit of a pain in terms of the in terms of the time difference. So jet lag. So especially getting older, that's becoming more of an issue. And so it's always good to to take rather more than less time to get that to get used to it, and to get back in form. But yeah, again, this week was really easy, and so it's looking good, and excited to it's excited for the week ahead. So stay tuned. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Um, go hard in training, but not too hard. To the easy stuff easy. Thanks for thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the journey. And as usual, subscribe if you haven't already. Give me some comments and some ideas for the next episode. And looking forward to hear from you, and reporting on my bike fit, etc. in the next video. Take care.